A litmus test is a test in which you often use to test a study group of people. For instance, a good litmus test for morality is returning a shopping cart to see if you will return a shopping cart despite the fact that there is no benefit to returning the shopping cart. We'll see how you would operate in a society without laws. That is one of the things a litmus test is shown to do. We have a current litmus test in the current day and age with our main subject of today's video, Dr. Disrespect. I'm not going to do any quips or anything like crazy like that, as I am sick at the current moment like I usually do, but I am going to talk about this because it is something near and dear to my soul and heart. Dr. Disrespect released a 20-minute apology. I don't care about the 20-minute apology. I watched it 5 times. I'm not going to have you go through and watch the entirety of a 20-minute apology. Here's what I am going to do though. I'm going to show you this clip, and I want you to judge the entire apology from this one clip. As crazy as it sounds, just hear me out.
Show the message. Release the messages. Show the messages.
What are we in second grade?
I bet you wish you were in second grade, Dr. Disrespect. I bet you wish you were. So, he will not show the messages. He has vehemently refused to show any vindication to show that he did not inappropriately message somebody that was 17 years of age. Now, he used a very technical thing here in saying, well, see, they're above the legal age of consent. Throughout the apology, he states that he's going to do a defamation lawsuit. Fine, dandy. That's perfectly fine. And you know what, Dr. Disrespect? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I am here to give you the benefit of the doubt. You message a 17-year-old. Perfect. That's fine by me. You know what? You're good. Whatever. I don't care about that. I do, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I do. I really do. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, Dr. Disrespect, because you'll never see this video. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You messaged a 17-year-old girl when you have a wife and a child at home. That in itself is messed up and weird, so you're openly cheating. I am not okay with that at all, especially somebody that is not the age of an adult. Yes, the age of consent. Consent means that you can consent to the act of promiscuity in the bedroom. That is what that means. That means when you're 16 and up, in most places, you can consent to the act of promiscuity. That is what it means. Now, if a 20-year-old sleeps with a 16-year-old, that's still illegal. Why is that illegal? Well, because they're not an adult. An adult cannot, inappropriately do things with a minor. Now, that's fine and dandy. Maybe you were waiting. Maybe you had this big scheme. Maybe you were waiting until they turned 18. That's still just waiting for somebody to be the legal age, just barely legal. Good on you. I'm not sure what you're trying to prove here. That proves to me that the only thing stopping you from attacking somebody or going against somebody that is much younger is just the age, the law of the land. It's just the law of the land. Had the law of the land been 14, you'd do that, which is still insanely young. They're young. Why are you manipulating a young person? You are in a disgusting position of power, a huge position of power to do that. Ignoring everything else you said, ignoring all of that, you are still in a insane position of power. Now, I wasn't gonna make this video because I thought everybody was gonna see that he was obviously a psychopath until I started looking at the replies. People are saying Dr. Disrespect tells his side in front of 233 million viewers. That's wrong again. That's 233,000. That's not 233 million. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know if this person is being satirical. I have no clue. I really don't know. 5K of which want to see him fail. The emotion in his voice does not mind that he's innocent. It's why we never walked away. Doc is back. So he's really good at gaslighting and manipulating his fan base. That's exceptional. I am over the moon. I'm over the sun with that. That is amazing. That's insane. Now, I thought that was just a one-off instance, but I've been finding more people like this where they say clears the record and RTN is vindicated. Once again, many of you, I'm not going to say that word, online are so quick to judge based on your biases and fail to use your brains and look at information objectively. I'm not going to say that either. This is insane to me. This is insane to me. This is psychotic. I have something on my mustache. That's gross. I don't know what that was. I am so confused. I'm baffled that people are actively agreeing with this man. I don't get it. I really don't. Because from what I understand, he indeed admitted to it. Were there whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. This is he already admitted to what he did. He already admitted to it. Now, I will say that he did have a lawsuit before against Twitch, and by all accounts it means it didn't go anywhere. There was no wrongdoing found. So by all means, there might be something that we don't know in the entirety of the messages. Maybe it was just seemingly small, inappropriate messages. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that it wasn't enough to actually get a conviction out of Dr. Disrespect, but it still was inappropriate. It was inappropriate, and he had the intention of doing something of that variety. It still was inappropriate, and you had the intention of doing something like that. You still plan to cheat on your wife. You still plan to do that. You still plan to message somebody that was significantly younger than you in 2017, 7 years ago. Let's say that enough alone is enough for me to not, at least not like you 100%. Because even if you agree with Dr. Disrespect, even if you say, oh, 100%, I think that he perhaps is vindicated from what he did because of him potentially doing it with not somebody that was too young. 100%. I'll give you that. You know what? I'll play devil's advocate here. I'll give you that. He still was cheating on his wife. We can agree to that, right? We have to find some level of agreement. He was cheating on his wife, and he has a son. And he was messaging somebody with aspects of cheating on his wife inappropriately. Let's at least agree to that. Can we do that? Can we agree the person was 17? Can we do that? Person was 17. He was planning on cheating on his wife with a 17-year-old. Ignore the, PDF file allegation. Let's ignore that for a second, because you guys don't want to do that if for some reason you guys want to believe in him deeply. This has shown me two things. One, people like Dr. Disrespect because he speaks his mind. And two, this is heavily reliant on the Ava Chris Tyson situation as well, when people don't even give Ava Chris Tyson a chance. Now, I don't believe Ava Chris Tyson in any capacity, because we saw the message of Ava Chris Tyson. We can just immediately do that. Why can't we see the messages with Dr. Disrespect? I'm not going to be like, oh, this is transphobia. This is showing misogyny. No, this is something much worse than misogyny. This is pure ignorance. This is just ignorance. I don't like talking about modern issues because the views don't really matter to me. And what matters to me is something I'm passionate about, like my life, or things I have opinions on that are over the main zeitgeist. I like to make videos that are seemingly timeless, but this video, this in particular, agitates me because there are people actively on his side simply for seemingly no other reason than just to play the contrarian. People were saying, we gotta see proof, we gotta see proof, we gotta see proof. The very same people that were saying we gotta see proof, there's no proof yet. But what messes me up so deeply is that even his friends, Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman, still cannot support Dr. Disrespect, yet his fans can. People that seemingly know him deeper still cannot do that. I'm upset. I'm upset because there's so many idiotic psychopaths that are doing things. And then there's people making nothing points. For instance, Nico. If you're 13 years old, edging to Pokemon all day, it's okay. But if Dr. Disrespect texts a girl who's 17 years old, 11 months, 24 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, he's the worst person ever? I don't know the point that Sneeko was making here. I've listened to the clip. I really don't grasp it. I don't understand. I do not grasp it. I do not understand. And I'm going through all this, looking at everything, seeing all this nonsense. I'm seeing it. And it makes me lose faith in people in a totality. It makes me lose faith in certain people. I don't grasp it. I don't understand why we're even having this argument about somebody who is messaging a 17-year-old. Was he tricked? Was he confused? Was he tricked? Would the person lie about their age? Person lie about their age? If the person lied about their age, by all means, show us the messages. That's all we want to see. If you show us the messages, you might be vindicated from all this. Because Twitch didn't find anything. Maybe we won't find anything. You could squash this whole thing. You didn't even have to release a 20-minute apology. You could have just showed the messages. You didn't have to waste 20 minutes. You didn't have to go into hiding if you just showed the messages. You decided to make the statement by yourself. You decided to do that. You decided to make that statement. You decided to say all these things. You decided to do all that. This is stupid. I hate this.